Konnichiwa, bitches.
And we back with another one. And today, something different, than reaction reviews. We got a tier list. I've been wanting to do these for a minute. Why not start with this one? You know what I'm saying? Start off with a bang. Start off with the most recent series that has, just finished. Comment down below if you want me to do more of these, you know what I'm saying? Today, we have Westside Gunn with his Hitler Wears Hair Maze series. One of the best, mixtape series I'd say ever, So consistent for the most part in quality and just straight gutter raps. I mean, usually they say green means go, green means something better, but I guess we're going the opposite way today, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to combine the side A of Hitler 8 and side B and make it into one, because it is a double album at the end of the day, so, it's just going to be one full project, so that's how I'm going to rank it. Let's get right into it. Hitler 1, yes, this is the start of the series. This is what started it all, man. Came out in 2014. You can tell with this project, it was very raw, especially with Gunn's rapping. But the thing is, the beats really, really do sound dated on here. It's not a bad project by any means. It's something light, a light starter for what's to come, you know what I'm saying? Not a bad project at all. I'd probably put this at the C tier. You have solid tracks like the opening track, MK Queen's Dead. You have Rifle's Plug. A lot of stuff on here is it's just light in compared to what's to come. The beats are, again, like I said, they sound dated, but they're alright for the times, I guess. Gunn's rapping definitely sounded very raw and just, he's good, but he could even, he's going to only get better from here. A lot of, the hooks on here are kind of meh. But yeah, this isn't a bad project. This isn't terrible. It's just alright. It's not bad, Something light to begin the series. So that is why it's at C tier. Hitler 1 was light. This next one, Hitler 2. This one's different. This one's different. This is the beginning of what I would call, literally the peak Griselda. 2015 onto 2018, this is just, everybody goes crazy. Conway, Gunn, Benny, this is literally, one of the foundations for what's to come. And that is Hitler 2. This is literally, I'm just gonna put this here right now. This is S tier. This is literally peak Buffalo, Coke rap. This is the shit. what I'm trying to say. Hitler 2 is the shit, you know what I'm saying? It's short, straight to the point, no filler, nothing bad on here, just consistent all the way down. It is great. From the first track, Big L and Half a Mil, and to Holland Nash featuring Conway, that is that beat is crazy, and how they both attack that, it is some mind-blowing shit. Eggs, City Sosa and Me, that track is freaking fire. Medusa Plate, Eric B, Vera Boys with Keisha Plum. Everything on here, top to bottom, is fire. It is just everything you want in a Griselda project. This is just, ooh. If you have not heard this, stop sleeping. I see a lot of new, listen, I'm not gonna try and be a gatekeeper, because gatekeeping is lame as hell. But all I'm saying is, y'all think the new stuff is great? You need to go back and listen to this Hitler 2, you know what I'm saying? Shit's crazy. Shit is literally it's not groundbreaking in the grand scheme of things, because, they're doing things that are very 90s reminiscent, but for the time and where hip-hop was going, this was definitely different, and definitely, even from looking at the cover, you already know how hardcore this thing is. How groundbreaking for the subgenre alone of this was. Then after this, we have another great project in Hitler 3, way longer than Hitler 2, but it's mostly due to a lot of skits, but this one is definitely one of the more grimier and just Westside's rapping on here was definitely phenomenal on here too. I wouldn't say it's as good as Hitler 2, but it's damn near just as good. I would say it's A tier. Top to bottom, you know, Fly with Keisha Plum, Dead Winter Bloody Feegs, Rolex with Sky Zoo. Then the last 3 tracks on here are absolutely crazy. John Starks with Conway, Rich Lord Poor Lord with Vast Air, and Black Tar with Sean Price. Crazy ending to this album. Like how do you go like that? Bon Jovi with Benny. Like this album top to bottom is so consistent, but I feel like there's areas in quality where it's just like not as great as the highs, but it's still dope. Another solid project within the series, you know what I'm saying? Alright, next one we have is Hitler 4, and all you gotta know about this album is it has Cow on it, which is probably features Conway's best verse he's ever written. Very emotional and heart-wrenching verse, dealing with everything that Conway has been through, and that track in general is just crazy. Everything's produced by Derringer on here. The rest of the album, the rapping is good, but the beats I'm just not really feeling on here. Like, I just don't really care for the beats, and that's why, personally, I'm gonna rank this at a C tier. It's not a bad project. You know, it has Cow. I think having the Cow on on your album definitely helps it from not being so mediocre. It's a mediocre project as it is, but it's still, you know, it definitely helps it a lot from being painfully mediocre. Everything else on here, mostly production-wise, is just, I was just not feeling. I think Mr. Fuji's cool. I think Ringside Rocking Furs is cool. Nasty is another cool track as well. Like I said, rapping is dope on here. I think it's very solid rapping, but the beats on here are just kind of weak to me. I definitely rank this lower than Hitler 1, so I'm going to keep it that way. Next one we have is Hitler 5. Yeah, Hitler 5, man. This album is just solid. It's just nothing, it's just full-on consistent, and just, like, there's nothing bad about it at all. A lot of people, like, some people I know think this is the weakest one. To me, this is just a solid album, solid mixtape. Like, there's nothing mind-blowing about it. There's nothing, like, there's no barriers being broken with this. This is just solid, consistent. From the first track, Hebrew with Keisha Plum, Mac 15's you got Gunn singing, Mickey Sunday, Finn Balor, Rip Bobby, Downstate with Styles P and Benny. This is just a solid project. B-Lunch, like, this is just solid. Like, it's just a good project. Nothing bad about it. No bad tracks. It's just a consistent project all the way down. Next one we have is Hitler 6 in 2018. Oh man, do I have memories with this, especially 2018. 2018 was the year where I first got put onto Gunn with Supreme Blind Tell. So I was like hooked from the start. When I first heard Supreme Blind Tell, that's when I was like, oh, so this is what we on. Obviously, I went back and listened to the other stuff, but when this came out, Hitler 6, I was on fire. This album is crazy, and that is why I'm putting this at S tier 2. This thing is great. From Gigi's with Benny, Versace Will Never Be the Same Again, Niagara Cafe, Ready Made, Big Luther Freestyle, Brothers in Puerto Rico, Amherst Station 2, My First Draco. It's just a solid project all around. Literally, 2018 that's like nostalgia. Just think about 2018 and how great that year was in general. I think 2018 is one of the best years in hip-hop in general. Probably, maybe the best. I'm not gonna jump out the window yet, but 2018 is one of the best years in hip-hop. And, you know, this is the time where I first found out of Griselda. You know, you also had Conway with the GOAT tape, Tana Talk 4. Just great memories. This album, or this project is just great, and there's nothing to say about it. It's one of those projects that is just like, they've been going somewhere, but this is them taking a stand. Like, obviously they didn't get pushed into the mainstream until last year, especially with like Burden of Proof, and actually recently with the project this year. But this project definitely with Supreme Blientele, and this definitely put more eyes on them. Hitler 6 is just a great project. Like, come on, like.
But I don't know no more. I rap, but I trap. Turn my spot to a Yola store. Quarterback the trash. I'm catching beef over blocks and washing racks in the bathroom sink.
That man went crazy. And Alchemist went crazy with that beat too. Am I good? Am I done praising this thing? This thing's great. S tier. One of the best in the series. Arguably the best. This is fire. The next one we have is Hitler 7, which is in fact my first full Westside Gunn project that I reacted to on this channel. And I got ratioed because I didn't like this project. And guess what? I still don't like this project today. I don't. This project, what to say? It's not god-awful, it's just not that great. This is just a prelude of everything that was gonna go down for Gunn in 2020. Literally, you start off great with Pray for Paris, then you just get worse and worse with every release of that year. Obviously this year is different, but of 2020, like, Who Made the Sunshine and Fly God is an Awesome God 2, like, them shits are mediocre as hell. One thing I'll say about this project is that all the beats are good. I think for the most part, I think the beats are really, really solid, especially like tracks like Lucha Bros, Undertaker vs. Goldberg, Connie's Son, Love You. I think like the beats are solid on here. But Westside Gunn was kind of bullshitting throughout this whole entire project. Like, he was not doing shit. This opening track with DJ Drama was absolutely garbage. I don't care what anybody says. Broadway Jones, the beat was a little weird, but you know, even Westside Gunn couldn't even say that track was just eh. Size 42 was eh. Connie's Son, great beat. Westside Gunn was kind of eh on there. Banana Yacht, that track was bad. Love You is probably the biggest cock tease clickbait song of the album. Gunn wasn't doing anything on it. Like, literally, that was disappointing. Cool G is hard as bricks. Lucha Bros is crazy. Westside Gunn Day is dope. Listen, I still feel the same way in my first reaction. People thought this album was fire top to bottom. I didn't like this album personally until Cool G came on. And, yeah, I still feel that way. That was my problem with this album. Great beats, wasted good beats. Like, it's disappointing. It was really disappointing, and that's why it's at the bottom spot. Next one we have is the final one, Hitler 8. And here's what I'll say. Obviously, this is the most fresh one. This is the most recent one in my mind. A lot of my opinions haven't really changed. What I will say is Side A is way more cohesive than the second one. Side B is kind of more like a playlist type feel. Kind of just, you know, how it starts with and with how you started. The opening skit. This is kind of like, the Side B is kind of like a collective of, like, tracks that kind of give you that nostalgic feel of just, like, that vintage Griselda stuff. There's tracks on here that definitely grew on me, like Forest Lawn. I love that track. Hell on Earth Part 2 through Richie's. That's my shit. That is peak Griselda right there. This is really still fresh in my mind because I'm still bumping this like crazy. You know, Side A is definitely not as memorable as Side B, but it's still not bad, in my personal opinion. So with all that being said, Hitler 8 is probably A tier. You know, it's kind of like, it's in a way, it's a little bit equal to Hitler 5, but just because it's like Side A of Hitler 8, but I think the highs on Side B and like a good chunk of the beats on Side A definitely push it to that A spot. So it's like leaning towards B. It would be like right here if it was in B tier. Like it'd be a little bit ahead of Hitler 5, but it's a good spot. I think Hitler 8 is definitely an A tier album from Gunn. Now, if I had to split them up, Hitler's Side A would probably be right here or right here, personally. I think they're straight. I think it's a good project, but not anything mind-blowing, just because of the amount of features. That's how I'd probably rank it if I had to split them. That is my tier list. Let me know what you guys think put your thing in the comments, your tier list in the comments. One of the best, mixtape series ever, personally. So consistent throughout for the most part. This was fun. Let me know if you want me to do more of these. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Hope y'all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.